Hello, my channel mammals. It's so good to see you here. I was going to have you up on the passenger deck near the wood stove or the beautiful long table up there with all the lanterns because it seemed worthy of what we're celebrating here today. But the sun just kept coming and going, and I just wasn't even sure if we could do it at all. And now the sun has gone, but I'm hoping it comes out just once to show us how pretty it was before. What we're celebrating is Mothers today. I don't even know when Mother's Day is, but that's a Hallmark holiday. But our real celebration of mothers is in our hearts every day. Just the wonderful qualities of motherhood that bless everybody, all mankind have these qualities, these natural qualities of care and tenderness and protection and moral and spiritual values, all the things that mothers carry forth in the families. Wisdom, humor, they have to have humor. Anyway, in olden days, Europe, in the 18th century, they used to feed the mother her first meal after having her little wee one in a very special way. I think it was that she was brought breakfast in bed, basically. And I have a beautiful tray, but it's upstate, so I didn't have it for today for us. But Richard and I were inspired by this idea. They used to have a wonderful feast for the mother. They even had musicians come and play by her bedside, and people singing hymns and prayers and wonderful thoughts to bring a new little family together. So we decided that we would make a mother's meal. When the sun was coming, glowing through, it was just spectacular because the stripes of the sun matched with the stripes of you can see our little celebration there, can't you? Of the mother's meal. And we made it so that it could feed just exactly what they used to feed the mothers. So I'll share that with you right now. We're coming closer to it. Here we are. Okay, so here's our mother's meal. This is the last one that we know of. And it's sold to somebody, but I wanted to capture the story of it before it went away from Yankee. Okay, so the first layer is, of course, a soft-boiled egg. That makes sense, doesn't it? And there's the lid with the thistle on top. Isn't it pretty? Okay, so do you have these? We call these egg decapitators. They have little teeth all the way around so that when you squeeze it on there, it has equal pressure and it just pops off the lid. So you put pressure down like this, and then you just squeeze, you hear it? The teeth together, and a little twist, and off comes the top part of the egg. And the little teeth go back in, and you can set this here and put salt and pepper and a little spoon. And here's your soft-boiled. Here's for the mother, her soft-boiled egg. Isn't it beautiful? It's a perfect soft-boiled egg. Soft in the middle and lovely and firm on the outside. Okay, so that's, I made a mess, but at least you got to see how the egg decapitator works. Okay, so then the next level of the meal is like this. And see how we made this? It's almost like its own little platform, and it can, I'll show you this. I'll take this off of here. And it can be its own container if you just want a soft-boiled egg. You can have it served. See how pretty that is? And we put thistles around it and roses and other little posies, another thistle. And this is my family's Lamos China. But it looks so beautiful on the rustic woven mats that we made in Indonesia. See, this is our family's beautiful Lamos China. Isn't it gorgeous? And it looks so beautiful with this Richard's and my concoction here. And then this beautiful little tray underneath it, a little charger or tray. We made those in Indonesia, and they're all hand woven. So beautiful. So, and then you see, this person can have their egg right there. So it can be used, served up in different ways. Maybe the mother only wants to have a soft-boiled egg, and she would have it like that. And then a glass of milk, of course. This is a one-of-a-kind glass of milk. Richard and I made this as an early prototype that we were going to be making in Murano, Italy, but we stopped our work there sooner than we had expected, so we didn't get to finish that. Anyway, inside here, inside the bowl, underneath this piece, is this bowl of porridge. I've already melted the butter. We always have butter on our porridge. So you can't really see it now because it's all melted. You can see a little trickle of it here. And bananas and almonds or any other fruits or nuts that you like. And oh, there's nothing better. There's just nothing better than my homemade porridge. And I make it it lasts about 3 weeks with just Richard, or maybe 2 with someone else. I'm going to take a bite of it. It's so good. So that's the porridge that we have for the mother's meal. And then, see the beautiful handles we made on it? And for the last course, or in conjunction with the egg, they always had bone marrow and toast. And I made my toasts, maybe they did in those centuries also. I made my toasts to be striped and to be heart-shaped in gratitude for Mother. And so we just spread the bone marrow using this knife, and I usually hold it down with a fork. I can't really do it with one hand. So, and then you just spread the bone marrow and eat that with your egg or your porridge, and you've had a mother's meal. And another thing that's really fun about this is you can also have a simpler meal if you want only the bone marrow. You see, you can have the toasts, and you can have the marrow already out of the bone if you like, but it can be served here, or a little bowl of broth could be here. Oh, so many different things you can do with this beautiful. And here's our crest. And this is a real crackle. This is from a place that, well, we didn't know about the Californians and all their silly rules about crackle. It's so funny, they say we can't sell anything that's crackled, but everything crackles in time. All china, all pottery, everything. But they just don't understand. So they think that it's going to make your food go bad. But of course, I've never known anybody who had crackle disease. I know that every time I ship something, I put a little flour in it. or 2 or 3. And now that it's winter, they're just the last little hangers on, just the last little buds trying to bloom in the sunshine of the days. And I'm sure they would have had a little bouquet just like this for the mother back in the 18th century, I'm sure, in the 19th century. And then when it gets to be winter, I'm going to think of another thing to put in the packages whenever people order things. There'll be always a beautiful little surprise in there. And my channel mammals, I'm so glad you came to join me with this little video. And we'll have more little videos as we go along. It's so wonderful to be able to share the special things that have come and gone through our experience, and how all of these gifts are just, they just do my heart well to know that they're going out into the world to bless another family.